Caner Universe, it's Caner Tip Tuesday. Hey, today, how do you turn a mobility device, i.e. this cane, into a tool of empowerment? What are the things that you need to focus on? Check this out, it's gonna be a good one. As always, a warm welcome to faithful followers of the Cane Fist Way, as well as those of you who are here for the first time. Before we both forget, do this now if you're loving the content. Hit that subscribe button along with the little bell icon so that you don't miss any future content, and avail yourself. You have free resources, and by far the most important, that no cost cane clarity call. You avail yourself of that at no cost by texting the letter CCC to the number on the screen, and in less than 24 hours we'll be on a phone call listening to you, what's important to you, what's attracting to you, why are you even watching this here today, and what are the questions that you have. Believe me, especially if you're just starting out, doesn't matter. You might be an instructor, you want to find out how to better serve your audience. We've been doing this for a while. Go ahead and do that. And also, you have two free, you have Facebook groups now that are open to the general public. Look at the description, request entry. They will let you right in. So part of the attraction of this is the discovery, the concept that, hey, it's a mobility device, I always say, that can save your life with training. What are the three areas that you should be focusing on? The first one should be mobility and just enhancing yourself physically. So however it is that you are training with this tool, it should have a common sense, logical, based on science, based on principles of anatomy and physiology, a system that enhances your mobility. And I'm going to show you a little bit of what we're talking about, but it's the ability here, fundamental. You've heard me say it before. For instance, caners should all be able to squat. And you say, well, I have a knee replacement, I have a hip replacement, I have aches and pains. You make it progressive. Nothing that we share with you in ACSD, especially once a coach finds out who you are, what your limitations, you've shared certain things with them, they know how to circumvent and work around using the ACSD principles around those injuries so that you can make it progressive. But squatting is certainly one of those. You should be able to do that. And then focus on better movement overall. That, along with that, squatting has to be the ability to get up and down from a chair if, God forbid, you need to explode from there in an emergency, right? So you want to work on that. And there's no locking out of the joint, so when I get out, there's no harsh locking out of the joint. You're always leaving elbows and knees and shoulders. You're not doing full extension. You're always leaving, slightly bent so that you're not overusing any one joint. That's part of it. But your overall movement from something as simple as your ankles to your knees, working all the way to the hips, right? This mobility in here, and then going to the joints, your wrist, your forearms, your shoulders, and being able to go full range, and if not full range, certainly working within the parameters of your limitation. But you need to be able, here's one of the most simplest one, is take your cane and be able to walk with that cane. Now in ACSD and SB, we use figure 8 patterns where you're crossing, and see what happens with the cane here. You're using your natural movement. This is how you naturally walk. This is your mobility. You already know how to do that. The only thing is you're taking this tool and you're putting it in here, right, to coordinate and move. And that leads to number 2, which is, along with this ability, your mobility, enhanced mobility with the tool, is your handling, because your handling is your brain training. Handling, there's 2 ways. You can either do this from the shaft, or you can use the horn and crook. In ACSD, we take full advantage of that horn and crook, and it's a constant movement that you have going on in here along with your walking. So now the walk, when you go out for a walk, it becomes somewhat meditative. Not meditative in the sense that you're chanting or closing your eyes or doing anything like that, but you're quieting the mind and you're really focused on what it is that you're doing, whether you're moving from the shaft, see, going to the horn and crook like I just did, but my feet are also moving while I'm doing this. That's your handling, which functions, right? It works on the brain. And each one of those movements and applications, that leads to number 3. And that's the third component, which is the application component, the self-protection component. So everything that you're doing, including this will either serve, number 1, in ACSD, now I'm talking about ACSD, when you see something like this and you say, well, you wouldn't do that in a fight, you don't get it. That's not the reason that you're doing that. The movement is showing you either with the empty hand, because ACSD is a cane empty hand system, the trajectory of how the arms are moving and how the hands are moving, it's teaching you a lock, or it's giving you a kinesthetic tool, something where when you move, I don't have to be looking at the cane. I know it's over my shoulder. I don't have to look over my shoulder because that's the way I train my nerve system. I know what's there. I just go and take it from there. The value of that, yeah, without the canes. No, without the canes. Just so is that doesn't matter. I got grabbed. I'm human. I secure that grab to make sure that he doesn't escalate and take out it. I'm going to give him a love tap here. Oh, here it comes. Boom, he's down. Right? I want to get him away. There it is. If that escalates and it goes into bear hug, and this guy's trained to do that, or he's going to take me down, you know, and I open up here. Oh, see, the tool goes across the head. Just say tap when you feel it. And there it is. He's tapping me already. And all I'm doing is moving it from here to here. So these movements that come from here, and you say, well, just something as simple as this, I'm crushing that skull because this guy he's trained to do this. Look how he puts his head on now I'm coming in here, right? Now I'm going to start turning back the other way. Now I'm going to use this to hook. So I'm going to use the tool for leverage, but I train for that. See the stability? How I go into the stance and I move. Doesn't matter. He grabs me. He's gonna, he lets go of the grab here and punch. But bang, right? I catch it there. Oh, I come down. There it is, locked, right? He's a big guy. Open him up, strike, come over the head, right? The range. That's what your handling is for, so that it's not foreign to you when you need it. I don't have to be looking here. No, this is how I train. This is how I train. And each one of those movements have, caners love the whole idea of the windshield wiper, the reach, and it's powerful, right? You've heard it, over 200 miles an hour to go in here. But have you ever made contact with it? Is this conditioned to go ahead and do it? Have you used a heavy bag or another object and go from here? And it's not this telegraph blow. It's from here to here, right? If you're moving, if you're using that to keep somebody at bay, because that's what it's for. But please make contact with it, including your power shots. Practice it on a bag so that you see what it feels like on the grip, on the forearm, and the rest of the body. Those are 3 areas that you focus on with this tool, and it's how the tool goes from being a mobility device to a tool of empowerment that could save your life. But what's the key in there? Let's all say it together. It's training, and you need that step-by-step method. The 3 areas: better mobility, your brain training, better handling, and then you got to know the application, right? And then it becomes, well, that's why they're flocking to it, and they've been doing it now for a while. And ACSD is the world leader in guiding others on that path and that journey. What a journey it is. Just text the letters CCC to the number on the screen, and again, in less than 24 hours, we will be on a phone call with you. I encourage you to do it. You won't regret it. Thanks for watching. Get caning and stay safe.